What's up? What's up?
What up? What up? What up?
You back again with another episode of Polotic and Pistons. And oh baby, the season started. It's official, like a referee with his whistle. The Pistons are back, baby. We back live. Regular season going. So we're gonna deep dive into all that because a lot went down in the first two games. It's a lot to digest. You know what I mean? But first off, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe, you know what I'm saying? You see y'all comments got my dad dressing better already, you know what I mean? So y'all impact the show. You get what I'm saying? Y'all really impact the show.
For shame. For shame. It's not my fault that I'm retired. Like when you're retired, every day is Saturday. You have nothing to do and all day to do it. So I spend my time with Detroit basketball.
Hey. But hey, we got a special guest today. We got our first special guest. This man is a columnist, you know what I'm saying? Sports writer. He specialized in the whole NBA, but he's a hometown hero. He liked to write about the Pistons and talk about the Pistons, and he here on our show, The Polotic, with your boys, the Evan boys, you know what I'm saying, and give his kind of take on what he's been seeing. So yeah, I'm about to bring your man in right now. Hold on one second. But yeah.
What's up?
My boy Dashon on the show, man.
Hold everything. Like, I have not vetted this young man. Okay. I don't know if he's worthy to be on our show. I got to give him the test.
Okay.
What's the best Piston ever?
Isaiah Thomas.
All right, he's worthy. He's worthy.
Okay, he good.
He's worthy. He's worthy. He's worthy.
Okay. Isaiah is the hometown hero. So, man, before we get into it, man, let's get a little introduction to you, man. What you got going on and where people can follow you and tune into what you got going on, brother.
Hey, first off, I'd like to say thank you for having me on Polotic and Pistons. You know what I'm saying? Use your platform to bring people on. That's a good thing.
Welcome.
We all fans, so that's a plus. Thanks for having me on.
No
but
problem.
With that said, my name is Dashon Blount. I'm a columnist for BorderfieldSports.com. I cover the NBA and I cover the Detroit Pistons more so. So you can follow me on Twitter. That's Mr. Black Platinum. And also Pistons Weekly Report. Like the Facebook page, check that out. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be covering all the topics, giving a weekly review of how the week went and everything like that. So that's also something to look forward to as well.
Okay, that's very dope, man.
Good for you, bro. Good for you.
He solidified out here, man. Put some respect on Dashon's name out here in these streets, baby.
I wish you well, bro. I wish you well.
Yeah. Thank you. And you got our support moving forward on Polotic Pistons. We're going to tune in till you, tap into you, share you, do all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to put that information too in the description area so y'all can, you know what I'm saying, copy and paste, do what y'all need to do. You feel me?
That's love. Thank you.
Like them or you'll be sorry.
We don't play. We don't play here at Polotic.
You hear me? You better show them some love or you will be sorry.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. So let's get into this season, man. Got 2 games to kind of digest. It's the holiday season, so I want to start with the good vibes, spread some of the goodness. In the first 2 games, we'll start with you, Dashon. What was some of the good things that you saw, man?
Man, some of the good things I saw was the way we was moving the ball. That's one thing. We seem to have good ball movement, man. We got over 20 assists in both games. In the first game, we didn't shoot the 3 ball well, but with rhythm and getting some chemistry, continuity, that's going to come with time. It's been a short off season, so God's still getting implemented on that side of the ball. But to see the ball moving around, that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? And another one, I say defense. It looks like Josh Jackson, you know what I'm saying? Grant, these guys, they coming in, they bring us some defense mentality, something that we all know as Piston fans and, people that support the team, that's our calling card. We a defensive-minded organization, blue collar. So those is 2 things. And I like to say, I feel like Svi. I think Svi, he hasn't really, you know what I'm saying, got off, but he been showing me a little defense too. Last night in the game, he was a little scrappy, got his hands on some balls and things. So I feel like the competitiveness in the practice facility translating defensively on the floor.
Okay. Yeah, I can agree with a lot of that. What about you, Pops? What some of the good things you saw?
I'm feeling you, Sean. I mean, the thing, the defense. I am very, very pleased with that. But the offense, there are a couple of high points. I mean, Josh Jackson had he had 19 points. He was 8 of 14, only 29 minutes off the bench. We only had 15 turnovers in that first game, but damn, we shot 29% from three.
Right.
Steve was 1 for 8. Blake was 0 for 5. Jeremy Grant was 1 for 5. Like, we had too many fouls. Like, we had played good defense, but we hacking the hell out of people. But the main surprise for me was Mason Plumlee. He had 14
he been
points,
a big surprise.
7 of 8,
as
8 rebounds, 6 assists. Look out.
Yeah.
Look out.
I actually expected Mason to do all right. I mean, a lot of people been talking down, calling him Bumley and things, but I feel like he bring professionalism. He brings some professionalism, and he bring he bring his hard hat every day. He's solid. He a serviceable big man.
Yeah.
Bumley,
his
man,
passing has surprised.
That's cold.
Yeah,
Bumley is cold. That's cold.
He leading us in assists.
Right. He's passing the ball extremely well. Not just as a big man, but overall.
One thing I gotta disagree with y'all is that defense. I don't know what y'all was watching, but that second game, they was getting into the lane at will. I saw your boy Miguel go coast to coast. The perimeter defense had been straight, but our bigs, they ain't protected no paint at all. It was just open season layup drill for a minute in that Cleveland game. Colin Sexton running up and down. JaVale McGee taking coast to coast. Come, y'all let McGee get coast to coast on y'all, man. That what we doing.
It's some hiccups. It's some hiccups. Like the boys is young. Like you can expect some hiccups. But I expect better things going forward. I know I've been talking stuff, and I'm just saying that they're only going to win 11 games this year. I've been talking stuff, but we'll see. Like Jeremy Grant starting to come along, and Blake Griffin on that second game, he should have played that way on the first game. And I agree with Sean. I expected more from Rose. He had 2 turnovers, 2 critical turnovers in the last 7 seconds of the game. You might as well have Killian in there.
Yeah. Right, exactly. If you're going to go out like that, you might as well get some inexperience in there and let the young boy kind of learn on the fly, because at the end of the day, yesterday, Rose had more turnovers than assists. He only had 6 of them, but that's a lot. But they was costly.
Very costly.
At the end, and you let Drummond just pick your pocket like that.
He looked old
twice. He did it to him twice.
Right.
He looked old. So Derrick Rose looked old. I think he was tired, man. Like he not used to playing that many minutes. Like he did play all them overtimes.
And I felt like we should have got Killian back in there at about the 3 or 4 minute mark of the fourth quarter when he was starting to look a little sloppy, even if it was just for a quick breather so he could come back and finish up strong in them last 2 minutes.
Right.
It could have paid dividends.
Right. Like I agree with the philosophy. All right, let the young boys get us there, and then let's let the veterans take us over the top.
Right, bring us home.
Put the veterans in there, and they not doing it.
It's a problem.
I have them.
Yeah,
I have them. Like I love Derrick Rose, but you keep playing like that, you got to go.
Come on, man. Hey,
I
love Derrick Rose. I love the team better, baby. Can't nobody be detrimental and hurting the organization, man.
I
on the
heard
floor.
that.
Like,
I heard that, Dashon. I heard that.
It's one of them things to me with that situation. It's like you just pulled in the game before that. The coach set a precedent when he pulled Killian. He took Killian out of the game when he committed those 2 turnovers in the 4th quarter.
Yeah.
So you got to make sure you holding those veterans just as accountable as you holding the young man.
That's true.
Because that could set a double standard within the locker room. We need to build chemistry, and things like that. If we're gonna hold guys accountable, let's hold them accountable. But don't pick and choose when it's okay and when it's not. Now, I feel like Derrick Rose is the right guy to finish the job. But
so do I.
With that being said, the way he played last night down the stretch was questionable to say the least.
I feel the same way you do, but you got to make it happen. You got to do it. Hell, I ain't got no handles, but I ain't gonna have 2 turnovers in 7 seconds. The game is on the line.
Hey, that's hard to do. That's hard to do.
It is.
And you and your name is Derrick Rose. But going back to some good things, like Josh, your namesake. In fact, both of y'all born in the same month. You and Josh Jackson, both of y'all born in February.
Okay.
He's 23. He's gonna be 24 next year. But he had 19 points.
Yeah.
You shot 8 of 14, 3 of 7 from 3, 6 rebounds, and only 29 minutes off the bench.
Right.
Yeah. He balled that first game.
I'm excited.
Yeah. He balled that first game. Going back to just Rose a little bit, I'll just say this one thing: is it seemed like Rose either hit you with some game winners, or he gonna play like he was last night. Rose don't seem to have too much in between. You get what I'm saying? I don't see Rose too level. I've seen plenty of games like he had last night where he just gets sloppy out of nowhere. But then we see games like when he put your boy Drew Holiday on skates and hit the game winner, and he'll do moments like that where you're like, I love Rose. But having these ugly ass games where it's like, come on, Rose, you gotta. He remind me a lot of Westbrook. Westbrook, he gets his decision making, his IQ just seemed like it dropped in the last 2-3 minutes. It's like, Rose, you got us here, and then you just drop us off in the last 3 minutes, man. He got to tighten that up, man. That's the next evolution of his game that he really need to. If you really want to be a true leader, true veteran, you got to tighten that up, man.
I just think he was tired. I think he was tired, but the good thing is only 2 games. So like we could have just as easily been 2-0 as 0-2.
Right.
It could have went either way. It could have been either way. So it's only 2 games. It's only 2 games.
That's a good way of looking at it. That's definitely a good way of looking at it, man. But yeah, man. Another good thing is Mason Plumlee, Jeremy Grant, Josh Jackson.
Blake Griffin did good that second game.
Blake did do his thing. Blake definitely did do his thing. The one boy who's our, and I always forget this guy's name. Excuse me. Who's our starting shooting guard right now? Delian Wright.
Yes.
He's been playing good. He goes under the radar. He gets you a quiet 15 points a night, it seems like. You know what I'm saying? It's quietly. Right. But he's doing his thing. He's playing his role.
Yes, he is. And I think it's one of those things where he kind of has, from what I know, he played with Casey over in Toronto. So he got some insight with the system. So I think that's why he got that starting nod, as well as bringing some continuity to the starting unit, knowing the system being able to be implemented right in without it being an issue. Seemed like he just know where to be sometimes. He quiet with it, but he's been playing well. I've been surprised. I didn't expect him to be the starting guard. And
Me neither.
I wanted Svi there. Excuse me.
Me too.
But,
Me too.
But with that said, I see why he's there, and he's been playing effective.
I think Steve need to just slow down for just a little second. I like how he's coming off them curls and releasing, but I think he's coming off and releasing just maybe a second too fast. I think he needs to just slow down just a little bit. I also think we need to give these boys a little bit of slack because the preseason was 4 games.
Oh
usually it's like 3-4 months between draft and your first game.
That's
You
very
you know,
that's right.
Considering all of that, I think these boys is all right. I think they all right.
I think we in a good spot. Although we 0-2, I seen flashes. We, like you said earlier, we very well could have won both of these games. We had double-digit leads in both of these games.
Was in control.
Right. We in a situation to where, with all these new acquisitions, it's gonna be a while before we figure out how to win games down the stretch and how to close these games out. We still got to figure out the right 5 on the floor in these circumstances. So it's gonna be a learning process, and I feel like we have bright spots definitely with that.
Yeah, I totally agree, man. Like you said, the fact we was up 95% of the game in Minnesota.
Exactly.
And then this last game, we was up by what? Damn near 8-10 points in overtime and still lost.
Still lost. But that's a sign of a young team.
Exactly.
That's a sign of a young team. And if Rose hadn't made them mistakes, we might have pulled that second game off. And I'm gonna say something now, like me and my son say, we weren't gonna never mention this boy's name on our show. But Christian Wood, his first game, he hit 27. His second game, the boy hit 31.
With 13 rebounds.
Yeah.
So I mean, man,
he an all-star. He gonna be an all-star. I'll say it. He gonna be an all-star this year.
I feel the same way. Strong chance to probably be most improved player too, because when he not to continue with him, he a former Piston, but him and Harden, they can build a good chemistry, man. He a little more offensive sound than some of those other bigs he had over there. He could shoot the 3, although he ain't shooting good last night, but his rolling to the basket, his athleticism, man, he ain't get that out of Capella in them like that. Not like that.
Not as versatile.
He just didn't want to play here. Like Christian Wood, he just didn't want to play here.
Yeah. Oh, best wishes to him.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But I ain't gonna never mention his damn name again on this show.
Hey, yeah, man. Only thing that's getting on my nerves is I'm seeing all these sports writers and stuff. What are the Pistons doing? How did they not sign the guy? Bro, he had a choice.
Yeah, man, because we offered him more money, man.
Right. And with that said, wasn't it a signing trade? That's ended up with the pick with the Trevor Ariza and the body.
It was like it was a signing trade because he didn't want to play here.
Exactly.
Like he said, my sources tell me that he said he'd rather chase winning than chase the money. So he went to Houston, and more power to him. More power to him.
There it is.
Most definitely. But yeah, we about to move on to some of the bad things that we kind of saw, man. Some of the ugly surprises. Not the super ugly. We ain't going into pissy mode yet. Because there's some stuff that really pissed me off being a Piston fan, man. But this is just kind of some of the players that, man, looking a little lukewarm, maybe a little sluggish, maybe might see adjustment or two they might need to make, man.
Well,
something like that. Not nothing that really had you irate watching the Pistons.
Those Cleveland guards, man, them 2 Cleveland guards scored 53 points.
Man.
And had 12 assists.
Picked us apart.
What's up with that? They
picked us apart. That's what I was saying. Like our interior defense, man, it looked terrible. It looked like my granny could have, Euro stepped into the lane. Like, come on,
anybody can stand out there and let somebody go to the hole. So
yeah.
What's that Matador defense? Ole.
Right, Ole. Right.
Ole.
But 2, it kind of opened my eyes because I think Garland is in year 2, Colin Sexton in year 3. It's just showing me, man, be patient with these guys, man. You know what I'm saying? Let them go through their bumps and scrapes. But one thing I'll say about Cleveland is they played them boys. One of my things, this real lukewarm that I've been on, Blake Griffin got the 4th most minutes played so far in the season. Blake, you cannot play him like that. Blake played the most minutes out of any player yesterday. You know what I'm saying?
You're going to be hurt.
You can't wear Blake down like that. Give some of them minutes to Sekou. Give some of them minutes to Sekou, bro. You know
Say
what I'm saying?
who?
Sekou, baby.
Sekou.
But
boy.
Sekou disappeared though. You know, like he was 0 for 5. It sort of pissed me off. You know, like Drummond hit him in the face. You know, he blocked his shot and hit him in the face. You know, that's cold.
That was something I was gonna mention when we about those minutes with Blake last night. I felt like because I believe Sekou only played 9 minutes. He really didn't come into the game towards the end after he got hit in the face. So I don't know if he had something going on with that, but I think that affected his minutes and rotations last night because I think he played under 10 minutes last night. So and in the first game, I believe he had well 14. Into the 20s. They kind of split those minutes.
No, they only gave him 14 minutes, I think. Yeah, y'all can fact check. Yeah, the first game, the man only played 14 minutes, and it seemed like he kind of had a little role or could get there. And to what you were saying, Dashon, is we got to set a precedent. You can't just have the veterans play all these minutes just because they're veterans. No, you got to let these rookies get out here. Because Blake totally started games 0 for 5, 0 for 6.
You have to deliver.
Right. You could throw anybody out there. We can get Stewart out there to do that. Anybody
you got to deliver.
Jersey on can get out there and is eligible to go 0 for 5. I agree 100% with that. And the only thing I could say the silver lining and possibly him playing some of these minutes is hopefully, you know, it comes with the idea that we're trying to showcase him for possible better deal on the trade market to get some more talent in here with these young guys and something that fits the window of
That's probably it. You know, like Blake, we love you, but you got to go.
Right.
Go. I mean, like all things end.
Yes, all
things end.
Yes, sir. Okay? You ain't lying about that, Pops. And to me, it's one of those things to where, you know, you got to get him out of there because he just don't fit the window. So he got to go. And
totally agree.
And it's a double-edged sword because you don't want to play him too many minutes because he's liable to get hurt. And then you got to play him and you got to show that he's healthy and ready to go in order for you to trade Suter. So the only and he kind of played terrible that first game. So
he was waiting around for everybody else to do it.
We needed him to get out there and have a shooting game he had last night.
Yeah, we did need that.
Yep. All things must end. All things must end, and it's time for Blake to go. We love you, but you got to go.
Yes, sir. Them two forwards, our two starting forwards need to be Doumbouya and Grant. That's gonna give us some length. That's gonna give us the ability to switch. They mobile. They can get from the paint back out to that 3-point line. And that'll bring a lot to the team. That's something that I noticed when I was saying that our defense in that first game, when he did get in there, they had a little stint on the floor and we made a strong push, you know, and extended that lead.
I thought when Plumlee fouled out, I thought that they was gonna put Isaiah Stewart in there, you know, that's what I thought was gonna happen. So I was surprised to see Sekou.
Right.
I was surprised to see Sekou step in there, you know, because hey, give the boy give him some playing time, give him some PT, give him some PT.
Exactly. I feel like his strong position though would be the 3 or the 4, and it kind of mind boggles me that over the summer or during the training camp they said they was flirting with him playing the 5, but I guess they see something there. Maybe they see his ability to maybe put it on the floor and get around some of those bigs. I don't know what they looking at in there, but I see the mismatch possibly being at the 3 and the 4 with him and Grant being interchangeable there. You can have either one playing off either forward. You know.
Before we get into the pissy stuff, I just got 2 other good things that I really liked. Okay. Like Blake Griffin and Jeremy Grant, both of them shot 50% from 3.
Yeah, they lit it up.
And we had 5 players in double figures. We had 5 players in double figures. I think that bodes well for the future.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Most definitely. I totally agree that we gotta start trying to find some minutes for these young guys, man. Get Blake the hell on. He's not a fit. And he taking food off of the young guys' plates, man. And you gotta let the young guys eat, man. Get in there. Like I said, watching a lot of these young guys that are blossoming, it's by the minutes that they playing. You know,
You got to
you gotta embrace this youth movement and just let these boys run wild, man. You know what I mean? Blowout or no blowout, man. Play them. You know what I'm saying?
I heard
right.
that.
Get them out. And I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. I feel like soon as Blake gone, it's gonna be a tunnel of the new talent because then we're gonna need a backup four. Who's gonna fill that position? So maybe then does Isaiah Stewart possibly get some more minutes? You know, it could shuffle the rotation in a way to where Sadiq Bey will be out there a little more at the
Your
three.
boy Bay need to play too.
Bay
Yeah,
needs to play. Bay needs to play.
Came in last night in the first half. Then I was excited. I thought we was gonna see some more of him.
Yeah.
Then he back to the bench. They don't bring him back out. I don't know. I'm starting, you know. I say that for the pissy section though.
Yeah. Hey, I think I see where you're going, man. Cause I'm real pissy about. I think I see where you're going, man.
A couple things I'm not liking, you know, with the rotation.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll just go ahead and just segue right into the pissy and get this off our chest because it's burning a hole in our chest right now.
It's hurting, you know.
So these rotations, man, what the hell is going on, Coach Casey? What is you doing, bro?
I don't know. I feel like at times, man, I need to be the coach when it comes. It's crazy. It's crazy what's going on, man. Sometimes, man, it's like last night, for instance. Now, Josh Jackson in the plus minus. Nobody in the starting rotation other than Grant had a plus minus in that game. His was a +2. Okay. Josh Jackson and Svi, they had a +9 last night.
Okay.
Or excuse me, Okafor. Josh Jackson and Okafor last night had a +9, a plus minus. You see what I'm saying? And these guys didn't play 20 minutes last night.
Like, I'm impressed with Okafor. I mean, like when he's down there, when he's down low and he gets the ball, he does damage.
He got moves.
Hey, he's chiseled.
Yeah. He a post presence. He can catch that ball on the block with his back to the basket and get some work done. Yeah. You know, he a good addition. With that said, now something that surprised me last night was the way he was staying pat and getting down there and defending that block. I seen Plumlee, you know, he was kind of getting pushed up underneath that rim. Drummond was catching it right there with easy money.
Drummond was playing bully ball. He was playing bully ball.
Exactly.
He was bullying.
Yeah, he was playing bully ball.
Okafor got a little meat on the bones. Okafor had a little meat on the bones, you know, and he wasn't going for it as much.
Yeah,
you know,
that's true.
I felt like we played a little better defensively when him and Josh was out there together.
Yeah.
Last night. I don't know if he
with that.
I don't know if he had some sort of ankle tweak or something. I seen some that was speaking on Blaha and Greg Kessler said during the game.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did see Okafor go to the back. I saw him walk to the back last night. He did walk back there.
Okay, see, maybe that played a part, and also why Sekou got the minutes later in the game after 5 as well. Maybe they didn't want to bring Okafor back.
Right.
True. I don't know, you know, but it seemed like that's one thing that I wasn't impressed with, the way Plumlee was out there getting abused, man. And you got other guys, even if you got to throw Stewart out there in that moment. You know, if nothing else I seen from Stewart, I seen a guy that go out there and put it all on the line. He might, whether he get 1 minute, 30 seconds, or you give him extended playing time, he gonna go out there and fight. He was
ready to fight in the preseason, remember? He got into a little scuffle in the preseason, you know, like he's ready to fight. He's ready to take.
He hard knows.
And speaking of fighting, how come somebody didn't go upside Drummond's head when he hit Sekou in the face?
We get the call. We ain't even get the call on that.
They didn't even call it. They ain't even
call it. It's like, wow, that
flagrant.
That pissed me off.
Calling these calls now with the above the shoulders and all that, that's a flagrant usually. You know, that was a hard hit across the face, man. That's a
pissed
big
me
boy.
off.
Hey,
Yeah,
that was definitely a pissy moment for sure. Dog, Drummond,
Yeah.
you didn't have to hack my boy Say Cool like that, man. Took him straight out the game, man. You know what I'm saying?
And then, you know, he's still young. He ain't really accustomed to taking that type of punishment from them boys.
Yeah. But that brings me to one of my pissy moments that I just gotta say. The French connection that we got, man. I don't know if they got that toughness that really we need to be a leader. Like you was talking about our calling card and defense, our calling card, toughness. We always been had tough players, you know.
Right.
And Sekou and Hayes look a little polite, like they out there holding their teacups with their pinky up, and you know what I'm saying. No, we need some Henny drinkers on the team, man. Like you know what I'm saying. Like, bruh, you get hit in the face and you went missing for 40 minutes. You ain't even get back up ready to puff your chest out. Nothing. And the same thing with Hayes. You know, when I watch Hayes, he's a young point guard. I don't see no ability for him to break down or ISO or get his own shot at all. If a man not setting a pick for Hayes, he can't get past his man. And at 19, that kind of looks a little disturbing to me, man. You see these guys, Colin Sexton and Garland, you know, McCollum, Lillard. The age now is the guards that can dance on you on the perimeter, get their shot off. Hayes don't look like he got that ability, and it might come to him, but I want to see some flashes of that.
I agree, but I think some of that's gonna come. I think he does got a good change of pace. I think his ability to go from slow to fast back to slow will put some guys on skates as the season continues. He will catch guys sleeping, but I think one of the bigger things is he just got to get a lot more confidence. He sometimes he like yesterday he started the game somewhat aggressive, but when he started missing, he started shying away from his offense. You see what I'm saying? He missed those first two, maybe might have been 3 or 4 shots. He kind of got disrupted, lost, didn't want to continuously go in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Floaters. And I think as he grows, I'm not sure about the 3-point shot as far as immediately. I don't expect that. I don't know about that yet. I'm not seeing good signs. I'm definitely not seeing good signs from the 3-point shot.
As I say, Killian is killing me with his shot.
He's
killing me. I mean, he can get to the rim. Like if you give him a screen, he can get to the rim, but he ain't finishing.
Right.
And people are going under the screen. I mean, under the screen and letting them shoot because Killian ain't killing the shot.
Right. They're not respecting.
So until he start hitting some, they're gonna be playing them soft. They're gonna be playing them soft.
But Pops, with that said, it's a reason a lot of these rookies been having off shooting nights, man. They kind of put in a no-win situation early on in this season. We got to kind of give some of these guys I say give them all 20 games before we could honestly get a good body of work to kind of look at to see where these guys is. Let's try to give them 20 games. That way, they get implemented. They can learn their personnel, because I seen it was that one play yesterday. Killian break down the defense. He kick it to Plumlee over in the corner. Plumlee wide open, but you got to know your personnel. Plumlee ain't finna shoot that shot.
Yeah,
he ain't got it.
He did try to shoot one, didn't he?
Killian looking at it like, here, I'm breaking the defense down. I'm hitting the open man. I'm passing it to the right guy. Yeah. So he got to realize, he got to understand they got to all kind of build with each other, figure out how they can help each other on the floor. They all got a skill set that puts them at an NBA level with our rookies, But Killian, I think it's going to be a slow, steady up climb throughout the course of the year with his offense, man. I think it's going to be a slow. Hopefully he could pick it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because what I'm hoping is he kind of mimics one of our other legendary big guards, and that's Chauncey. Where Chauncey didn't really have a lot of breakdown ability either, but the pace that he played with and the control that he played with and his size, he used that to his advantage. You know what I mean?
But Jay, that strength too.
Chauncey had a shot.
Yep, but
Right.
hey, you're right about that. You're right about that.
He didn't have no speed. He didn't have no speed, but he had a shot.
And that's what Hayes got to really get together, I feel like, where he really can be his full effectiveness.
So he can really do that. If he gets those guys having to press up on him, then you'll be able to see his creativeness with the dribble and things like that.
Exactly, because they sagging off him.
We can't forget that Chauncey Billups, he bounced around a little while trying to figure his game out too as a point guard. Point guard is a tough position. It ain't no easy. You guys that come right in at that point guard position and can play it at what you want it to be played, especially at 19, 20 years old. It's hard. It come with it's like the quarterback, you know.
The only one I seen do it was Isaiah.
Man, hey.
Hey, he a different breed, man.
Yeah, breed. Ain't gonna be no more of them.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna be no more Isaiah suited up.
One thing that I can say, is damn near all these rookies been looking pissy. Real talk, like you said, you gotta give these boys a little bit of a leeway. The only people that look ready to go is Wiseman and your boy Edwards. Everybody else, I'm looking at Cole Anthony or Tyrese Halliburton or some of the players they were saying we was gonna draft at that 7. They all struggling. The Ball brother struggling. You know what I'm saying? It's a struggle out here for these guards in this rookie class.
Right. And then you got a guy like Weissman and Edwards. They benefit well from having Big Cat, D'Angelo Russell, guys that can the offense is structured around. That takes pressure off of these guys. Where LaMelo Ball, he coming to the game, he's expected to run the show. Killian Hayes, he's expected to run the show. These guys got a level of responsibility on them that some of those other guys don't have. Although I'm not taking nothing from Edwards, he balling. You know, he put 15 on us. You know what I'm saying?
Edwards is seriously balling. That boy's a scorer.
He could put that pill through the hole. You know,
man. Edwards smooth.
Yeah, he looked good out there.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
But with that said, it's different levels. You know, what we looking for out of Killian is a lot different than what they looking for out of Edwards.
Yeah, because Edwards coming off the bench.
Right. So he's going to get guys second year. He's going to get second tier, you know, and things like that. So that kind of make it a little easier than him.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try to have patience with him, man. It's just. I'm sick and tired of seeing some of these rookies get off and our guys a little slower to develop. And it's just like, man, I just want that, how y'all talking about an Isaiah Thomas, a Grant Hill. You know, one of them guys that just come out of nowhere and just
somebody come make some mark immediately.
We needed it to trade.
I'm gonna have patience until tonight. Until tonight, my patience is gonna run out, and I'm gonna give them grief. I'm gonna give them grief.
And one more night for him.
One more night. I'm gonna start giving Casey's. I'm gonna give Casey some grief.
Yeah. Hey, Casey, I definitely ain't feeling what he doing right now. I think he making some bad decisions out there.
Yeah. And just another moment that's pissing me off is your boy Steve, man. I see shooters is gonna go through slumps, man, and this is disappointing to see his. I think he like 2 for 15.
He needs to just slow down. Just slow down just a second. Just a hair.
I just want to start seeing some of them go in for him, man. Because I know he got it, man. He got something, man. He could be a shooter in this league, man. I just want to see
the best shooter on the team. He's the best shooter on the team.
I agree.
He needs to just slow down a second, just a hair of a second, and he'll be all right.
Yeah.
And also, Jay, also something about Svi. I feel like they put up that second unit and they looking for him to be the scorer. They looking for him to bring some scoring punch to that. And he's much more of a complimentary shooter than he is a guy that's gonna give you a bunch of buckets off the bench.
Right.
He got that jump shot to where it's so fundamentally sound. He's a floor spacer. He's not a guy that's gonna give you a bunch of points in volume shooting.
Right.
You know, and we trying to focus and we trying to feature him in a way to where he's our two guard, our two off the bench and look for major scoring. And we kind of overfeeding him when he's not open. And his inability to put it on the floor and really create. Although he did it a lot better last night, and he's growing with it. But that's still one of his weaknesses, putting it on the floor and doing things with it. So I believe what Pops say, that second of slowing down, he's so anxious to get that shot off.
Yeah.
Any side of daylight, he's trying to take it because the coaches is telling him get aggressive.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
See what I'm saying? So his numbers will be a lot better in that starting lineup. He would probably give you more points and shoot the ball with a better field goal percentage, because he would have guys like you run that pick and roll with Plumlee. You run that pick and roll with Plumlee and Killian. You got Blake over there. You got guys you got to stay at home on. If you help off of him, he gonna give you some daggers.
Yeah.
I have to push back on that a little bit. I think you should stay on the second unit. I think let it fly. Just slow down just a second. Just a second.
Right.
And y'all gonna be talking about, damn, he looked like Klay Thompson now. You just need to slow down just a second.
Pops, it's funny you bring him up because that's who I compare him to. The way he shoot that ball, he don't get high off the ground. It's textbook, man. That's why I say his fundamentals is there. He got a hell of a shot. He shoot it a lot like Klay. That you ask me. That's my personal opinion.
I'll definitely compare him to Klay. You know what I'm saying? He'll poor man.
He don't
Klay
fall all the time like Klay's, but
he'll poor man Klay at this point. One thing that I saw that was a little interesting, and I thought we was gonna keep with it in crunch time, is I saw we didn't have Killian or Derrick Rose out there from like the 5-minute mark, 6-minute mark to about the 3-minute mark. We didn't have a point guard. We had your boy Deleon Wright was the point guard. Josh Jackson in there. I might want to explore that lineup a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Putting Deleon Wright at point guard, Josh Jackson in there, Jeremy Grant, Sekou, because that's a defensive oriented more lineup, and I want to see what the possibility with that lineup might look like.
That was a good lineup, and it kind of gave us DeLon Wright. He seemed like he shoot the three ball a little bit. He kind of I wasn't strongly familiar with him before he came to the Pistons, but I like the way he been shooting with the three ball, and it seemed like with that ball in his hands at the point guard position, it gives us a little extra wrinkle in the offense with his ability to shoot that three like that. It make you guard out more, and it could free us up a little bit. I definitely liked it that, and that was something that I took notice to too.
Yeah, and I totally agree. We need to just play Sivy and Josh Jackson, man, whoever's hot. You know what I'm saying? They need to get the main minutes at shooting guard. Which one of them come in and they busting ass, that's who we need to get the majority of minutes to at shooting guard. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what we're gonna do with Killian and Derrick Rose at the point guard, but I definitely want to see more of your boy Wright playing a little bit more point guard, especially if them boys is getting sloppy and we have them games. That's why you got 12 players, man. Utilize them, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you said,
15 players.
Utilize that
15
players you got. Because one thing it looked like, DeLon Wright, if you like him, if you don't like him, whatever it is, it's one of those things to where he plays inside himself. He don't go far out his game.
That's true. That's very true.
That's something that, Westbrook got all the talent in the world, guys like that. But they play so, like you was just saying earlier, Derrick Rose, Westbrook, people like this, they play so aggressive and they play in a way to where they don't never calm their game down. And although he might not have the athleticism that the guys like that have, he definitely plays in a way to where he don't get outside himself. And that keeps his turnovers down. Things like that.
Because we could have won the game just by not turning the ball over last night.
That's what I just spoke.
That's a winning play. Sometimes not turning the ball over will win you a game. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And Deleon Wright just don't seem like he gonna, like you said, do nothing too crazy out there, man. And all we need to do was
nothing too much. One thing I'll say about Rose last night, what Rose looked like to me, it looked like he wasn't looking to pass until he found himself already in trouble.
He was tired. Rose was tired at the end of the game.
It seemed like once he was bottled up, then he's looking for a pass, and then they already projecting his passing lanes. They already on top of him. They got him bottled up. Yeah, that's all you think it was?
Tired.
I put a little bit on fatigue. I put a little bit of it on fatigue.
In a double overtime game, it always will.
But I seen Rose do it enough last year where I feel like it's kind of who Rose is. You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't
Like how you made the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde metaphor. Rose is very much like that, man.
know.
And Westbrook, them super athletic, they can get to the bucket all the time, man. Like you said, they don't learn how to play with a certain type of control. You know what I'm saying? It's ball to the wall every play,
Right,
kill every play. And I feel like sometimes they put their blinders on, like you put on the horses, and they don't see shit but the rim and how they
man.
about to get there. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? It's like, dog. And then they'll try to pass it too fucking late. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Guy was open 5 dribbles ago. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Hit
Exactly,
again. You know what I'm saying? You hitting them
exactly.
while you underneath the basket, and the defense already adjusted to you. You know what I mean?
Right. And that, I agree 100%. The only reason I didn't give him any credit for fatigue last night, and it being a double overtime game, is because he could have sealed the deal in the fourth quarter. He had several opportunities to
Yeah.
seal the deal. The bad plays and the sloppiness offensively is what caused us to get in that situation.
Right,
You know,
right.
it
It
wasn't.
started
It
in the
was
fourth quarter.
You right. You right.
Started in the fourth quarter.
You right.
and
He could have took us home in the fourth. He could have took us home
Right,
in the
right.
fourth.
And that situation, like you said, with DeLon Wright when he was in there, it's not like Blake played the whole. I mean, it's not like Rose was in there just giving it a go the whole fourth quarter and was wore out. He didn't come back in, like you said, until about that 3-minute mark.
Yeah,
Right, right.
he
So
came back
he
in the
came in to
3 minute
close
mark.
the deal. He came in to close the deal and he coughed it up.
Yeah, yeah.
So, with all due respect, that's my guy though. I love
Oh
Derek.
yeah, like
Yeah, we all love Derek, man.
Right.
for
He
sure,
played
for
with too
sure.
much passion not to love, man. But
Man, come on, man.
yeah,
And his story alone, man, being able to come back, and getting the opportunity to be where he at. He was almost it seemed like he was almost on his way out the league. And for him to rejuvenate himself, resurrect himself with us, it's a good
yeah,
story.
yeah.
I
Great
like
story.
I like to see him hopefully, at the end of the day this season, be in the runnings for maybe 6-man of the year, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Because he played last year at 18 a game, man. He should have had a shot last year as a
Yeah,
finalist.
I'd like to see him traded to a contender so he can win a championship. But like
Yeah, I
on
would say too.
a high note,
I think the Clippers would be a good fit for him, maybe.
I think so too. On a high note, the Pistons had the #1 defense in the preseason.
Exactly. Exactly.
#1.
yeah, yeah. Like you said, our calling card, it always got to be defense. It got to
Right.
start with the defense. Like you said, Mason Plumlee, he bad on that side of the ball. That's where you kind of see the Bumley come in on the
Come on.
defensive side of the floor.
I like that
Offensively,
thing.
though, his game surprised me a lot. He got a lot of different things to do on the offensive end, but uh, that defensive tone is important, and we might need to find another starter at that 5. Maybe he
Yeah.
might play better with a bench unit. Who knows? Or like you said, that crunch time unit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Maybe
Right.
Plumlee's not our crunch time guy.
And to
You
be
know what I'm
honest, I
saying?
don't think he is. I think even with all due respect, although he's a good offensive player, I think at that point, I think a Jaleel Okafor possibly bring a little more grit and grind to him. I'm not saying he's he could bring, at least he ain't gonna, as George Blaha says, give up no free chili at the rim. He gonna keep
Okafor,
foul. You know what I'm saying? And he gonna go
takes up space. He takes up
Yeah,
space.
ain't no
He a
free
big
chili.
body. And he ain't getting thrown around like that. The boy from Chicago, he got good upbringing. You know what I'm saying? He come from good integrity, good pedigree. Although he hasn't really blossomed in the NBA, some don't, but he still come from good stock and understands his role
Yeah,
and what he
very
could bring
true.
to the table.
Very
I
true.
think that's one of those things though. As the season progresses, that short training camp, it put us behind the 8 ball. It put every team behind the 8 ball, but it's going to affect us a lot due to the heavy transformation of our roster. We done brought in so
Exactly.
many people. A lot of other teams, although they might have, the teams that didn't play in the bubble, they did their little training camp and their little scrimmages they had. A lot of those guys came back. Nobody came back from our scrimmage but Svi and Dumboya.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Right. And
you
Blake
know,
and Rose.
right. I'm saying, when we had the little training camp bubble they gave us where we could have our young guys come in.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
that there, we didn't get none of our guys is there anymore. We had Luke Kennard in there. We had all these guys in our little bubble training camp thing we did, but it didn't resonate to the plan for it because they're not here no more. Bruce Brown and all these different guys.
Yeah.
You know, so we brought in, what was it? I think 11 new guys out of 15.
A whole bunch of guys, man.
Right.
A whole bunch. And like you said, with a team like that, yeah, we're gonna be behind the 8 ball. You know what I'm saying?
Bruce might win a championship this year with the Nets. He might.
Hey, Kyrie and KD. Now they didn't need no training camp. Them brothers don't need no training camp at all. Put them in the game, they ready to go.
Man, all they needed was a gym.
Right. That's all them boys need.
Them boys balling. And it's good.
Yeah. They still got Dinwiddie. He was balling without them.
Right.
Yeah. LeVert. Hey, they got a squad.
They got
Lakers. I hope they stay healthy.
They're the only ones that could beat the Lakers. They're the only ones that could possibly beat the Lakers.
For James Harden.
You said what's up?
That's the way it is.
What's that?
Oh, I was saying, I hope they don't give up Dinwiddie, LeVert, or none of those guys on Nets. I hope they don't get rid of none of them for James Harden.
No, James Harden to blow it up, man. He's like, you know, like Houston done let James do whatever he want to do, and now they upset because he acting that way. But you didn't let him do whatever he want to do. Like you let him be late to the plane, you let him be late to the bus, you let him miss practice whenever he want to.
He live in the strip club.
Yeah, but, you know, like he come back.
He come back.
He definitely been enjoying the beautiful landscape and environment down there in Houston over the last 8-9 years or whatever it's been.
Yeah.
Speaking of other people that's happy, like Luke Kennard just got a bag. What, 56 million?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, 4-year extension, but I don't know if his knees gonna hold up, man.
I think it was 63. I think it was 63 million on that 4 years.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah,
right.
Over 60. Yeah, he got the bag.
I don't think his knees gonna hold up.
He secured the bag. He was the only Piston I was really hurt about giving up. I like Kennard game a lot. When he was healthy, Kennard was a baller. A lot of people kind of bulked at that 60 mil. Oh, but if he's healthy, you got value in that 60 mil.
And to be honest, the Clippers and the guys and the talent they got around him, he the perfect fit for them, man, because he could take some of that pressure off of them. He can handle the ball enough to help them and free them up a little bit. And you know where he's shooting at. You know he's 40% from the 3. We know what he brings to the table with that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I was telling some of my guys, this Clippers fans, because they hit me up. They know I'm a big Detroit fan. They know how I get down. They said, "What's up with your boy?" I say, "Man, y'all got one. Y'all got a good player. If his knees don't give out, the knees stay up."
Clippers, half their team is ex-Pistons.
Right. Like our
half their team ex-Pistons, man. So they really took our best. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Cleveland got some of our worst. I'm so happy we got rid of Thon. Thank you, Jesus. We got rid of Thon Maker and Bruce Brown. Them 2 cats, man, they got on my nerves, man.
Hey, I tell people
Bruce Brown, for the talent he had, he was okay, man. For the skills he had, he was okay.
See,
he okay at the bottom of Brooklyn bench. That's where he okay at.
That's where he gonna be for a while. It's one of those things to where with Bruce Brown, with me, I'm one of the type of guys to where if the only thing you could talk about a guy's game is he give 110% effort and things like that, he might not be that good. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, especially with the Pistons, I expect you, when you go out there and suit up with the jersey on, I expect you to go out there and play hard. I don't expect nothing less. You don't get you earning a check. You don't get kudos for playing hard. You get kudos for being effective while playing hard. You got to get buckets. You got to do something.
And see, that's another thing that kind of scarred me with Casey. Casey seems to be a real favoritism type coach. Because no matter what Bruce Brown did, Bruce Brown getting 30 minutes.
Man.
Rain, sleet, snow, shine. Casey loved him some Bruce Brown, and Bruce Brown was going to play. And I just hope he don't develop that same type of thing here, you know what I'm saying, and get a wrong guy. Because it seemed like he already loved Blake. I don't know if it's showcasing
Bruce
or what,
Brown
man.
played defense, man. That's why he was on the court. He was our best.
I seen Bruce Brown get his ass torched too, though. Like it wasn't enough to keep him on the floor, man.
Yeah, it wasn't. It didn't make up for his inefficiencies offensively because in today's league, let's just keep it real. It ain't no defenders leaving no all-stars with goose eggs. Ain't nobody going around doing like Dennis Rodman back in the late 80s, early 90s, where he truly just shutting guys down, man. Guys, this high-level talents. In today's NBA, everything's a foul. So, guys gonna be able to score the ball, man. A guy that his defense wasn't doing enough for the team, man. He wasn't keeping guys out the paint. He was still getting blue pass and things like that.
Yeah,
I hear you.
I just to sum it up, man, because I like to keep my shows a little under an hour. We're a little over an hour right now, but it's all good. We had a great discussion, and I appreciate you for coming on, brother. I want a dancing guard on the Pistons, man. I'm sorry. I want to see one of the guys with the handles, got the ball on the string, that can really dance and get busy like that, man. Because that's where the most players, like you said, how the league didn't change. They all got the niggas is Chris Brown out there on the basketball court.
Jay, I'm gonna leave you with this. For sure. When it comes down to that dancing guard, you're gonna hear from me first. We might not get it this year, but hopefully next year we can pull off Jalen Green in the draft, man. Jalen Green, 2021. That boy got talent. I know everybody talking about Cade Cunningham, but Jalen Green, with us already having Killian at the point, that's a boy that can come in right there at the 2, man. They compare him to Kobe Bryant. He a guy they could end up a Piston with the way we playing and the way this season probably is going to end up, and he might be around for us. Okay. And the boy can dance. The boy Chris Brown, Usher.
Right.
He got a little Mike Jack in him.
That's what I'm saying. I need some
You heard it first here. You heard it first here.
Yes, hey, I'm gonna do my research. I'm gonna definitely, check him out. You know what I'm saying? Once again, bro, I want to shout you out for coming through, man. Blessing us with your Piston knowledge. I know you won Pops over as soon as you said Isaiah. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, snaps. We got
Hey, with Pops, big shout out to Pops too, man. Pajama Mondays, you got to keep that popping. Forget the comment. Yeah. That's popping. I'm rocking.
Yeah, I have to throw off my haters. Like my nephews was talking about me. But I just brush them off. I'm retired. You know what I'm saying? Like every day is Saturday. I ain't got nothing to do, and I got all day to do it.
Yes, sir.
Hey, that's a good place to be, Pops. So yeah, man. Before we sign out, like, comment, subscribe, share. Let us know your opinions. If we were spot on, if it's some shit that you got pissy about that we was saying. But yeah, man, it's gonna be a long season. Oh, before we get out, how many games we gonna win? What's your prediction, Dashon?
I'll give us 20 and 52.
20 and 52? Okay. I'm about right there. I think we're gonna win 20. Me and my dad got a bet. If we win under 20 games, I gotta pay him some money. So I just hope we get over 20, man.
Hey, you looking for the dub then?
11 games, like 538 say we're gonna be the worst team in the NBA with 18 wins.
Oh yeah, yes they do. Definitely. Once again, man. Shout out to Polotic and Pistons, man. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. And it was good chopping it up with y'all fellas, man. Pops, you the man. You my favorite Piston fan, baby.